agriculture, and so great to see just a great crowd here gathered to support our agriculture industry and the farm families that really just make our industry and our state really what it is. So we're excited to administer the Century Farm Program from the Department of Agriculture. Excited to have 42 farm families that are being inducted to the program this year. That will bring our total to 687 across the entire state of Arkansas, all 75 counties. So we're excited for you, excited for your families, excited and thankful for all that you do for us and for the state of Arkansas. We have a very special guest, someone who doesn't need an introduction, but who really just spends so much time supporting our agriculture industry, and we're so thankful to have her here today. Please join me in welcoming Governor Sanders.
Good afternoon. It is great to be back for another Century Farm induction ceremony, and amazing to see so many people from around the state gathered here in the Capitol. It's my favorite time of year at the Arkansas State Capitol, and I love the big banners that say joy, because I think that is what this season is all about, and certainly what I think so many of our ag families bring to the state. And so we're honored to have you here, honored by your presence, and thankful for the incredible work that each one of you do to support our state. Always good to be with Secretary Ward, and we appreciate all of the great things that he's doing and the amazing leadership that he has brought to the Department of Ag. And so we're really thankful for everything that he does for Arkansas. And to the farm families that are joining the Century Farm Program, congratulations on 100 years of farming here in Arkansas. What an incredible feat, and what an amazing legacy that each one of you have and represent here in our state. We have some truly extraordinary family farms in the audience today, including our oldest, and not individuals, but farm, the Burnside Farm, which dates back to 1843. That's just 7 years after Arkansas became a state. An incredible part of our Arkansas story and an incredible part of our state's culture. And you all aren't just farmers, ranchers, and foresters. We also have people that represent so many different industries. Will Anderson from the Anderson Family Farm serves on our Natural Resources Commission. David Branscombe of the Branscombe Farm serves as the USDA State Rural Development Director for Arkansas. So not only are you helping run your farms and representing that, but also helping us provide and move state government. Our Century Farm inductees do more than just farm. They have that legacy of leadership that pays dividends across the entire state. Not long ago, I was on my annual farm tour where I had the chance to visit with farmers up and down the Arkansas Delta. It was mid-October, so cotton was about the only thing that was still in the fields. And while I love being out of the office and certainly getting out of this building every once in a while, I'm not sure that all of the farms were super excited to stop mid-harvest so that I could come and interrupt their work. But I did get to drive a couple of cotton pickers, and that was pretty fun too. It's amazing what they'll let you drive when you're the governor. I was thinking, you know, I sat in that seat and I asked how much that piece of machinery cost. I put my hands up. I said, I'm not sure I should be driving this expensive piece of equipment. But in an open field, not even I could do that much damage. But it's so important for our team and for me to get out and meet with the men and women who keep our state and our country fed and clothed. They don't spend their days here at the state capitol. You're out in the fields, hard at work, making America run. And when you go out and visit with the farmers across Arkansas, the message that they're giving right now isn't a very good one. Input prices are up, crop revenues are down, and our farmers, especially our row crop farmers, are hurting in every part of Arkansas. I've heard specifically from a lot of our farmers whose families have worked the same land for generations, who are thinking about closing down. And if that were to happen, it doesn't just mean the end of that individual farm. It means the banks can't lend, the parts store doesn't sell, the equipment dealer has to go out and repossess, the land sits untouched, and eventually there's no food left on Arkansas tables. I know I'm not telling you anything that you don't know. Our Century Farms have survived the Depression, the farm crisis of the 80s, to make it to where you are right now today. Where so many others didn't, you had the grit to persevere. And that's in part why we're here, to celebrate the remarkable achievement that you and your families have made, who have worked tirelessly for so long to keep their farms running. We want to show support not just today, but every day, which is why we've worked hard to do things to support your industry. Recently announcing an income tax exemption for farmers' disaster and relief payments. We started the Rice in Schools and Arkansas Plate pilot program so that we're getting more local produce in our schools, supporting our local markets. And I think the most important part of that is that we're helping teach kids about farming and building up the next generation of ag talent and support for our farming community. Our Senator John Bozeman serves as the chair of the Senate Agriculture Committee and is fighting for our farmers, including negotiating higher reference prices in this summer's One Big Beautiful bill. And we know that the president has been working hard to help support our farmers. I had the chance to speak with Secretary of Agriculture Brooke Rollins again this morning, and who's visited our state twice since taking her post and is planning to be back in January. And so we're looking at every way possible to continue to lean in and put pressure and develop the partnership that we know is needed to help bring the support and the aid that our farmers not only need, but that they deserve. We know that you have a significant number of hardships that you're facing, and we want you to know that we want to support that in every way possible, and we're going to continue to do that. And while our friends and partners work in Washington, we want to say thank you for continuing to show up, for continuing to work hard, and we'll continue trying to do our part to make sure you know not only how much we support you, but that we'll do everything within our power to help get you what you need. We want to say thank you for tilling the fields, harvesting the trees, raising the cattle, most of the time all before other people around this state have even had breakfast. Thank you for keeping our country fed, our state growing, and our communities strong. We will not forget the hard work you're doing, and we will keep working hard to support you in every way that we can. And I want to say again a huge congratulations to each and every one of our Century Farm inductees. Thank you for 100 years of making Arkansas strong and proud. We couldn't do it without you. We wouldn't want to, and you represent some of the very best of our state. So thank you for being here today, and congratulations.
Well, thank you, ma'am. We appreciate that. And again, just thank you to each of you and your families. That concludes the official remarks portion of the ceremony. What we'll do next is we're going to call each family up individually. We're going to filter through this hallway over by the stairwell there and take a picture with the governor, with your family, and the sign designating you as a Century Farm family for the state of Arkansas. So we're going to invite our state historian to come up, who will read off the names and a little bit about each family, and we'll start taking pictures with the governor. So thank you all again very much for being here, and congratulations.